what's up guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video we'll be talking about the Antipodes or Antipodes as how some of you want to pronounce it. This is the Chia seed and Kiwi seed Skin-Enriching light face oil. I have this for a while now. They have sent me this one with their other, I think, jelly mask or something like that, but I just couldn't find the right time to kind of talk about this because I feel that, again, my face is not the best with oil. I don't think my skin really enjoys face oil that much. Oil on my body is fine, but as much as I want to incorporate oil into my routine, it just doesn't seem like my skin enjoys it very much. So for the past 3 days, I've been using this, and this alone, I thought I just wanted to try to see what happens, because most of the time when I try face oil, it's a lot of times I mix it with some of my other moisturizers. I mean, I don't drop it into my moisturizer, but I use it with other skincare, so which means I use this as like a serum. I tone that serum with this, and then after that I top it off with moisturizer, and I do feel like that is a little bit too much because this is already a lot when you apply it on your face. So I just wanted to see, can I just use this face oil alone? I want to see what kind of result would I get, or how would I feel if I just use this face oil and only this face oil, no other moisturizers, no other like hydrating toners, nothing. I will cleanse my face and then use this face oil. I just want to see what happens basically in general, okay? Yeah, so I've been doing that for the past 3 days. I will leave the result to the end. I'll let you know how I feel at the end. But let me just talk about this face oil first. This one, vegan approved. If you're vegan out there, you know, I guess you can use a lot of Antipodes product or Antipodes product because they are in general a really good skincare brand. I feel like Antipodes or Antipodes is an overall a really good brand. I do like some of their skincares, not particularly their oil one. It's nothing to do with their oil products, it's just in general, I'm not the biggest fan of oil when it comes to my face. But overall, their other products like their masks or even their like some of their moisturizers are actually pretty good. But for this one in particular, supposing this is like a light face oil, the packaging of this one is perfect. I think for a face oil, you know, having it in a dropper bottle like this is great, and the dropper feels very sturdy, the bottle feels very sturdy in a dark amber glass bottle, which is great. It's really not written here that they're natural, but usually Antipodes products are more, the ingredients are better, so it's good to have like a darker bottle to kind of protect it from the sun and the light. Specifically in Malaysia, the light is super harsh, the sun can be super harsh, so it can penetrate through bottles if it's just clear bottle. So amber bottle is great. So this one is a light face oil. It's supposed to be lighter than regular oil, and I do have to agree with that. As compared to a lot of other face oil I've tried before, it is slightly lighter in weight, and also it doesn't feel too heavy on the skin. Very much lighter weight as compared to a lot of other face oil out there. And this one very much smells like kiwi. Super smells like kiwi. It has a little bit of that very faint jasmine scent. I'm actually quite thankful for that because I'm not the biggest fan of jasmine scent. I mean, how do you smell chia seed? I don't really know if chia seed has a particular scent to it. This one is said to be really good for dry and flaky skin, which I do kind of understand because, I mean, oils I usually just recommend for people with really extremely severe dry skin, and also more for mature skin type. Today will be day 1 of me trying out face oil on my face. It is a New Zealand product. They also always recommend to do patch test first, which is true. You should always do patch test first. I've used this before and I know that this is fine. It's not super like crazy thick kind of oil. This one is definitely quite light, I have to say, and I do think that this is probably a little bit too much for my skin. Damn, it smells so much like kiwi. It has a little bit of a yellowish tint to it, so I'm just gonna start applying it on my face. I've already cleaned my face up. I'm just gonna dab it on my face first because I'm a little bit scared. I think I put a little bit too much on my palms also, so I'm just gonna try to not use too much, although it's at night, so it's not so bad. Like, I don't feel too scared of using a little bit more product. I'm enough already. Like, I didn't put too much. I feel like I just apply a little bit on my face and it already feels like, wow. It really feels like I've applied too much on my face. Anyway, I'm having my liners on also, so maybe that's why I'm speaking a little bit weirdly, but trying my best to speak better with my aligners on. I guess we're just gonna apply all over my body also. Now that my palms are drier, I'm gonna try to massage it in properly. It's actually quite nice. Like for a nighttime kind of like face oil, is actually quite nice. I don't think I can use too much, or maybe I'll just use like 1 drop during the daytime, and during the nighttime I could actually use maybe around like 2 drops. Just now I definitely have like squeezed out a little bit too much before even this. Do kind of notice that I kind of like this face oil a little bit more than some other face oil that I've tried before. It does definitely still feel like oil on the face, and you can actually see it definitely does look and reflects like oil on the face as well. I have this one small part. This is the oil splatter that I got, some injury that I got from trying to fry a fish. Not a fish, a couple of fishes. Let's just hope that face oil will actually help to lighten up and heal that scar. I hope it doesn't leave a scar. I don't know. Anyway, it's still healing. Some like pimple spots here. It's already past the pimple stage right now. It's literally just healing, and I usually have a lot of like, I guess, discoloration around my nose area here. But so hopefully it will help. So this is day 2 of me trying to use the Antipodes or Antipodes Skin-Enriching Light Face Oil. I'm gonna just use a little bit. 1, 2 little drops. Wow, that still feels quite a bit. Two drops, I think it's just nice for me. It's not too much. Just enough to cover my face, just enough to make it feel like it hydrates and moisturizes my skin. Hello! This is the last day of me using this oil on my face. I'm actually quite excited that this is the last day already, because I don't think my skin can take any longer of just using this. I really want to go back to my other creams that I have right now that I personally think I prefer at this point of time, okay? I'm just gonna use about like 1, 2 drops. Yesterday, last night, I used 2 drops as well. The next day when I wake up, I need to apply a little bit more because my skin feels a little bit dry and a little bit bare. And I don't really enjoy using this particular oil during the daytime because the weather in Malaysia is just really hot and humid for the past few days. So it's not the most ideal product to use in this particular weather in this kind of country. We will do a rundown later on, but for now, I'm just gonna quickly use it for the last day and be happy with it. Also today, I'll show you the other method that I use to incorporate this oil with, which is on my body. This is my current favorite body lotion. This is the Aveeno Active Natural Daily Moisturizing Lotion. I love that it's in a palm form, obviously, because it's easier to just manage in general. I love that it's fragrance free and it moisturizes the skin really thoroughly, and it's supposed to have pretty good ingredients in here. It has like oatmeals and supposedly it's like active natural kind of stuff. It doesn't have parabens in here, so it's not too bad, but it still has dimethicone in there, and dimethicone is something that if you put on your face, it's known to be able to clog your pores. But however, dimethicone is also a good like source of like skin moisturizer and also make your skin feels very silky smooth, and they are really good in like filling in the pores or something like that. It also has like petroleum in here. It's again petroleum, another ingredient that's supposed to be able to clog your skin. However, I'm putting this on my body, so I'm not too fussy about it. Generally with body lotion, I am quite okay with anything. Usually I'll just pump it on my palms. Okay. Then I'm gonna drop maybe a few drops of this, oil, and I don't mind being generous with this oil when I use it on my body because my body can handle it. So I make sure I mix it around properly, and then I go around my body. I go touch the leg, then massage it all in. Alrighty, so I'm pretty much done for today. I'll see you guys later. After using it for 3 days, I feel like among all the other oil that I've tried, I do like this oil. One is because it is lighter. This is not one. One is because it is much lighter as compared to all the other oils, face oils that I've tried out there. This is a great like beginner's kind of oil introduction to your face kind of thing. Secondly, I don't mind the scent. I think it's quite calming, even though there's still a little bit of jasmine in there, but it's still quite calming. I think it's quite nice to have this kind of like more therapeutic kind of scent, and it helps you to kind of feel more relaxed and calm. I think it's great. Don't mind using this for the nighttime. However, I do still feel like I cannot use this oil for the daytime. One of the days in the daytime, added only like 1 drop of this and massage it over my palms and then put it all over my face. I went throughout my day with that. I didn't put on any sunscreen or any makeup after that. I felt like, oh my gosh, my face was so like, it felt like it couldn't breathe. It still even though it was light, it doesn't feel heavy, but whenever I touch it, it feels like there's oil on that, and I don't really like it. I know I like the whole like lotion layer on my skin, but not so much of that oil layer on my skin. It's a very different type of sensation, okay, if you put lotion on your skin and it leaves you that dewy finish, as compared to you put on an oil on your face and it leaves that kind of oil feeling on the surface of your face. It's completely different, okay? Lotion and oil is super different. That feeling on your face is so different. Even though it's rainy season right now, it's supposed to be cooling, but it's not. It's still pretty warm during the daytime. My skin just cannot. When I use this, even one drop of this during the daytime, my skin just really don't like it. It felt like, oh, it just felt like I couldn't breathe. It's not the oil spot, it's just, I don't think oils are generally made for Malaysian weather. If you're going for like winter countries that's super dry one, then yes, it will definitely suit those kind of weather much better. I just don't think oil is just suitable for the daytime of Malaysia. But during the nighttime, I personally don't mind using this. I actually used 2 drops of this. I kind of resorted to 2 drops of this after the first day when I kind of applied a little bit too much. It was okay, but still, it does feel like, I don't know, I don't think I enjoy that oil after feeling on my skin. Maybe just not yet, but I could bear with it because the weather is cooler during the nighttime, so I could bear with it. It's not too bad. I was pretty okay with it. I could actually use this alone during the night time, and it's nice to have this oil on the face because you get to massage, do some massage if you want to, I guess, calm your body down, calm your soul down a bit before you go to bed. However, 2 drops of this during the night time, the next day I woke up feeling like my skin needed something more, like it feels like it's not enough, like it didn't penetrate through enough. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for this oil. That's what I think of this oil. After 3 days of using this only, I don't think that my skin particularly feel too hydrated. It has that oil on the face but not hydrated from within. I don't know if you understand what I mean or not. I mean, this one, it has never said that you use this as a moisturizer. It has said that you should top it up with a moisturizer after using this. So this is definitely not a moisturizer. At the end of the day, this is still like a serum or essence, and they recommend using it like a serum or essence. Also, using this oil for 3 days, I definitely have realized that my skin broke out a little bit, like here towards this area here. This is not a pimple, this is my oil splash, but I think it's good for, you know, things like this because it does help to kind of, I think, heal better. Like all my I guess this is oil splatter from trying to cook a fish. This kind of oil would definitely help with healing when it comes to this kind of scars or this kind of wound. I think so, because it does feel like it has been pretty good on my wound in general. It doesn't feel stingy, it doesn't sting the wound or anything. And I think around like my nose here and here, I might have felt like there might be 1 or 2 like pimple coming out. Don't think I can use this consecutively for 2 days or more, because otherwise it will really start to break out my skin. That's the result for me. That's how I feel, and that's how it is for my skin. I feel like if you are a younger person, I don't necessarily think you need this face oil. I feel like this is really more for people with like mature skin. It's up to you at the end of the day. Skincare, again, is always up to preference. If you feel like that particular set range of product works for you, then obviously go for it. I don't think I can really incorporate too much of oil into my face. Not anytime soon, maybe later on when I'm much older, but not now. Okay, so that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Don't forget to like and subscribe!